Hello, ladies and gents. All right, we are going to begin our day 2 of our patterns 1 and 2 notes. Sorry about that. As you can see, I do have my face mask ready and available. It's my nice little bandana I use for camping, but I just forgot to take it off. So let's just go straight into sharing our screen, and we will talk about diagramming of pattern 2 sentences. So you kind of started doing this last night without the notes, so I hope that you at least took a shot at it. But now we're actually going to go over exactly what that's going to look like, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go to pattern 1 and 2 notes. And then look, there we are. Beautiful. Okay, so we are now talking about patterns 1 and 2 diagramming. So diagram pattern 1 sentences. We've done this already, but I'm still going to go over it. That's our noun verb. We're used to this. And only 2 words will be on top of the baseline, the subject and the verb. And then all other words go underneath the baseline on diagonal lines, dog legs or dog's hind legs. We have talked about this. This is review. This is nothing new. So many women work in the field of education. In the field is prepositional phrase. Of education is a prepositional phrase. And then woman work is our subject and our verb. And then we have there would be many underneath women, and then in the field and of education underneath work. Now, this is the thing that's kind of new, which is pattern 2 sentences, which is test yourself, noun, action, verb, noun. How many nouns are there outside the prepositional phrase in a pattern 1 sentence? The name tells you, 1. How many nouns are there outside of the prepositional phrase in a pattern 2 sentence? The name tells you, 2, okay? So we are talking about our noun, verb, noun, and 3 words will be on top of the baseline instead of 2. Your first noun, subject, your verb, and then your direct object, Mr. Will's favorite job. I love the direct object. And everything else goes underneath. It is the same as a pattern 1, we just have a new spot on our baseline. So the students clean the classroom after the class party. This is the thing that's new. This spot over here is called our direct object spot. That you will need to know that's a direct object spot. Later, we're going to learn a new kind of verb, and that spot's not going to be the direct object spot, but it's still going to be something that complements the subject, okay? So just know it's always go subject, verb, and then this actually in grammar terms, like outside of 6th grade grammar, it's called the complement, and that's our direct object. Okay, so subject, verb, direct object. And just like if you have something modifying your subject, it goes underneath the subject. If you have something modifying your direct object, it just goes under the direct object. Nothing too crazy, nothing too insane, okay? That new line is that thing I wanted to talk about. Your subject and verb line goes all the way through to make like a sideways lowercase t. The direct object spot stops. Do not go all the way through. If you go all the way through, your diagram is technically wrong. And next year in Miss Enke's class, she will count it wrong for sure. So practice making sure that you know subject and verb goes all the way through the line. Direct object, stop. It's a half line, okay? Practice it now so that you don't lose points next year. So it looks like that. Students are cleaned. Who cleaned? Students. Students cleaned what? Classroom. Okay? Nothing too crazy, not reinventing the wheel here, guys. Let's look at some examples. To expedite the process, meaning make it go faster, I put the labels in already. I bought a birthday gift for my best friend. That is what our diagram looks like. What is in our verb spot? Bought. Who or what bought? I bought. I bought what? Gift. And then everything else you have underneath is all describing this direct object, this word gift. So if you were to cover up all of these diagonal lines underneath, this would be your pattern 2 baseline. But this one is a full diagram, so we want all of the modifiers. A, birthday, and for my best friend. Okay? Remember, you can pause at any time. I'm just flying through this. But the only thing that's new is this right here, this direct object spot, okay? all the other rules still apply. Example sentence number 2. My pet poodle cleans dirty supper dishes with her tongue. Well, that's a nice poodle. Cleans is our verb. Who or what cleans? Poodle. Poodle cleans what? Dishes. You're only doing that noun because all the other things are modifiers that go underneath. And so we have 2 modifiers for poodle, my and pet. We have how she cleans them. Oh, sorry, I'm going in the wrong order. Which dishes? The dirty supper dishes. And then how does she clean them? With her tongue. Okay? I think that's the only example sentence. Oh, yep, that's it. So the biggest thing, the only difference in this one is that you now have this direct object spot. Now that word that's having the verb act on it has a home, okay? And I failed to mention this in our notes yesterday as well as in the diagram notes, but the direct object in English is what we call the accusative in Latin. So the nominative case is the subject in Latin. The accusative case, what is being acted on by the verb, that's the same thing as the direct object. So I saw the man. I is your subject, nominative case. What did I do? I saw, that's your verb. And then I saw what? The man. And the man is the accusative. It's the thing you saw or the thing that had the verb acted on it, okay? So ask questions if you need to. Remember, you need to know this next year. This is one of those things where it's not, you're not learning this just so that Ms. Doyle, you make me happy or you get a good grade. You need to know this for next year. So you really have to say, I'm going to grow up a little bit and I'm really going to care about learning this and I'm really going to put my effort in, because if you don't, then next year's going to be tough and I don't want next year to be tough for you, okay? So I had a couple students who actually asked me, I had one student who asked me when we went over prepositional phrases because they wanted to go back and check. I was so excited. That person wanted to review and go back and check their work. And so don't be afraid to ask questions like that. Don't be afraid. Use your notes. Everything I've given you is a resource for you that you should be holding on to, because you can use all of those notes. I just kind of hit myself in the face. You can use all of those notes on anything you do, okay? So yeah, pattern 3, exercise 3, which is your homework tonight. The answer key is not included in your packet. You're gonna have to wait to get that from me on Google Classroom. Same for your test, okay? So don't rely on the answer key. Try to figure it out, and it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to not know, because that's why we do grammar. It's to learn it. It is not to get it right the first time. All right, I'm done signing off. I'll see you guys right here tomorrow. Bye-bye.